this part. What happens if I do this, though? Yeah, that was not worth it. I apologize. That was for nothing. Right in the middle of a really cool moment, I was like, but what if there's extras? There was not. That was very dumb of me. It's okay. It's going to be really cool in a second here. It's going to stay cool. The effect will not be lost. It's still going to be really cool.
The rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
What's up, everybody? Flames88 here, playing GRIS, or GRIS, but I have seen 10 minutes of the film GRIS, and that was enough for me, so I'm going to say GRIS. That's my preference. Yeah, this is an interesting, fun one. You might notice that the continue option is the first option available to me, and that new game is not the default. I should explain why I'm a little bit salty before I start the game. I'm not salty at the game. But what happened with this game is I was really excited to go into it completely blind, because I had just heard it's a very pretty, very cool, very neat game, but I knew pretty much nothing else about it. And so I hit the record button, I hit the record microphone audio button thingy, and I played through about half of the game, and then I found out that my microphone, for no specific reason, just stopped recording 2 minutes into it. So I just lost all of that commentary, which I'm sure for some of you would have been a relief not to have to hear me, but I would like to hear my own voice. For about the first half of the game I have played through, but it's been enough time has passed that it should still feel kind of fresh. Regardless, let's go ahead and start a new game, and yes, I would like to erase current progress. It's a really strong opening. It's a very pretty game. I have not forgotten that, but it's worth saying out loud. This game's really cool, guys. It's just very cool. It's very pretty to look at, and it's very nice to listen to. God, this game's art style is just absolutely fantastic. I forgot about the little dragonfly guys. The kind of like pencil-y outlines and then watercolor, color. It's also really funny. It wasn't until I hit the menu screen today that I realized both GRIS and the previous game I played on the Switch, Signalis, are stylized to be in all caps. Their title is all caps, which is like not an incredibly interesting trivia fact, but it is also just funny playing this again. I'm realizing that like my first thought seeing this character design is, oh, she's got them Signalis legs. She's got the little skinny legs that just come down to the tiny little points. And I don't know, it's just very funny that there's just like very specific weird things where, if I had a nickel, it's weird that it happened twice, things regarding Signalis and GRIS. My A button has our character do a little bit of an inhale, and she can't really say anything. B is jump. So, in case that opening cutscene wasn't clear, it appears she has lost her voice. Despite having a very beautiful singing voice, she cannot do that at the moment. Spoilers, that might be a secret plot hook that will affect us later. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that thing. Whatever the fuck it is. The nope thing, that's what I remembered. Yeah, it was a nope. And now enough time has passed that I feel less bad about spoiling nope. But man, that's sure a nope monster right there, isn't it? God. Terrifying. I love it. Yes. Or wait, is this a... I forget I forget if that's a if that's side quest or main quest. Probably not main quest. But that animation was a bigger boom than I expected from a Doesn't matter. I got it. I got cool content. Unlocking cool things. I heard if you collect them all, you get a one of those like foam fingers that has infinite ammo. Red, a color has been brought back. This game's really cool, guys. So yeah, the plot, as far as I can tell, is to restore color to the world, which is fucking metal. It's awesome. And, you know, I don't remember if this is a consistent thing, but up until now we've pretty much only had piano since the opening cutscene, and we put in some strings there as soon as we got the color red back. I'm going to be keeping an ear out to see if the instrumentation continues to get more complex as we go. It's going to be great, guys. This game's awesome. This game's really cool. And we're back, and we can't take fall damage. That's a positive thing. God, this game's so good. Oh, I am really like into story-heavy games and games with like really cool, complex characters. But sometimes, if you just have a really strong visual style and really strong sound design, which I would say includes music, sometimes that's enough. Like, the gameplay of this is good. What little story we do get is still pretty interesting. But, like, both of those things fairly minimal, and I don't care because the art style and the sound design are both so fucking on point. It's fantastic. Hell yeah. Alright, so last big, like, I would say gameplay element is the fact that in every little section we get a new power, and this one is just become a is it Thwomp or Thwomp? I want to say Thwomp because it's more fun to say Thwomp, but I don't remember which one is which. From Mario, the big blocky guys, but not the slabs. The slab I want to say is a Womp, and the block is a Thwomp. But yes, we can now activate our ferrochemical powers and become very heavy very suddenly. And that makes it so we don't sweep away in the wind. Look at that. We can even move forward, albeit very slowly. But yeah, we have found our new weapon in the tool against the storm. God, I forgot there's cool statues and stuff. Oh, much is sad. And we also know our character is on a big Steven Universe statue to begin with, so whether or not these are all kind of to the same deity or different people is a little unclear. But God, the music just keys you in that like this was a place of importance and it started to fall into ruin. This game's very good. Oh, word. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I can go up here? That, I feel bad about that. So, this happens when you break enough things, but the first time I just broke vases, and this just eventually happened. I feel way worse that I broke a statue. I don't like that I did that. I was doing it for the sake of, I wonder if this will happen, and sure did. And I feel sad. You ever do that where you don't expect a thing to happen, but you're curious about it, and then as soon as you try it, you go, oh no, oh no. Why not? Can't. A video game wouldn't punish me for being needlessly destructive, would it? I think not. It's so interesting. You gotta... God, this game's beautiful. Like, I knew this was coming, but, like, fucking look at it. Yeah, we got some green butterflies. Oh. In my defense, we just unlocked the color green, so the word green was on my brain. I am very aware that those are red butterflies. Oh boy, I'm sorry about the statue. I'm sorry about the statue. I said there'd be good critters. This segment is very good. This segment makes me very happy inside. He's in the foreground. He's hiding behind the tree. He do be loving his apples. He eats his little apple slices. I love this little guy. I'm gonna call him Gizmo. He just seems like a gizmo. Despite a lot of things in this game feeling very, like, techno-heavy, and he most definitely is not, he still just feels like a gizmo. And Gizmo, he do be needing his apple slices. And now we gave him all the apple slices he wants, and now we're friends! And this game's very good! And he's a magic buddy. He's a magic buddy with magic. It's okay, buddy, you can... I taught him how to do the thing! I forgot that he does that! He's so incredible! He's perfect! I love, like, the camera doesn't need to zoom out, but it just wants to show how pretty the game is, and it's succeeded. Yeah, so visual design on that thing, fucking incredible. Also, it is not happy to see us. But it's clearly, like, mimicking a bird and mimicking it very well. Like, oh, like, that's so cool with the misdirect, because you see the butterflies on the right there. This game's very cool. Forgot about that. Forgot about that shot. It's very cool. And, like, for a second it seems like it's just as serene as you are and it's happy. But then when it you know, it splits apart again at the end, and that really makes it seem like, no, this isn't over. I'm still watching you. Come on. And it doesn't like that. It is... I hate to make the comparison, much like a symbiote in that way. It does not like the loud noises at the loud frequencies. There's something very, like... Iconic's not the word I'm looking for, but it's the one that's on my brain right now. Striking. Something very striking about statue with the eyes missing and like that chunk of the head missing. Blue has been brought back. This game's very good. There's little fishies in the water. Yeah, this is definitely right where I stopped. So from here on out, all new to me, which is very exciting. Oh, interesting. I really would have guessed that going block mode lets me sink, but no, I go right out of it. Because dense or mass does not affect dense. I don't have an actual explanation for why that wouldn't work. I can't deny that in this particular moment I'm like, come on, let's get there. It would be very funny if like one specific side orb made me completely turn my mind around and be like, this game sucks. This is terrible. I can't believe I can't get this one orb. And thus, the entire game is awful. Ooh, cutting it close, but we got there. Okay. This seems like it wants me to do a block, but will that help me out? Oh, there's an invisible tree here! Cool. And I didn't know, you didn't know because the block, the thing you broke through was blocking the rain from hitting the tree, so you couldn't see the water on it. That's fun. That's fun. More little guys! More little radish guys! That is upside down water. That's very interesting. Are we going to have gravity shifting gimmicks? Oh, interesting. This is going to be cool. Okay, we can jump on the toadstools. You ever think about the word toadstool? Like, the implication is that the toads just sit on them for fun and leisure. That's just very cute to me. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a toad sit on a toadstool. But, like, they are called toadstools for a reason, and the reason is very cute to me. Thinking of that is very cute. Man, I can feel that she's gonna get her voice back, and it's gonna be really cute and beautiful. Whoa! What the hell was that? Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, guys. Leave it to the paparazzi next time, why don't you? Interesting. Interesting. All right, very curious what the power is going to be. Give me Hollow Knight Dash. Probably not. But it could be. But it won't be. But it could be. I was just swimming. That makes way more sense. That was really dumb of me. Okay, so when I'm in the water, it's the same button as block mode, but I assume this just activates if I'm in the water. I get manta ray mode. That's very cool. Oh no, it's a big old sunfish. It's not a shark, it's a big old sunfish. I have a friend who hates sunfish for no reason. I love them. I don't know what the problem is. I think that's what that is. Is that an opa? Is an opa the same thing as a sunfish? I've forgotten. Opa is a very common crossword clue, but I don't remember if it's the same thing as a sunfish. But they're both big boy flatfish. I know that much. That's an anglerfish. I'm not stupid. I've watched Finding Nemo. That's going to be an anglerfish. It's going to be probably not the scariest anglerfish in the world, because this game has been very cute and charming up until this point, but I know an anglerfish... Oh no, it's a little jellyfish. It's not an anglerfish. It's much nicer. Still probably a trap, but it's much cuter than an anglerfish, so that's a positive thing. Nope, can't go that way. Gotta go this way. Nope, in fact, can't go that way either. I can't even see where my character is. Oh, I'm over there. Okay. I just got like a weird feeling of thalassophobia, which I usually can deal with pretty well, but like having the screen so zoomed out and all of a sudden being like, I've lost complete track of my character. I have no idea where GRIS is. She could be drowning right now. Like, I don't know why. Made me viscerally terrified very quickly. Okay, yeah, it isn't. It's just meant to be a maze. Oh, thank God we can go this way, so the camera zooms back in. Yeah, I did not like that. For whatever reason, not being able to tell where my character was on that specific screen made me very stressed out very fast. I'm curious if I'm doing something wrong or if I'm just not doing it well enough. The eternal question when I play video games. Or alternatively, what happens if I do this? The old tricksteroo. That's all there is to it. This is a new area. I haven't been down here yet. No, thank you. I'm sure I'll have to go there eventually, but not yet, no. Maybe, I wonder if I can use them as normal moths once I'm above the surface, maybe. Yeah! Oh, that's cool. I must have just accidentally used that without realizing it at some point. That's awesome. That's really fun. Oh, this is an ominous statue. I don't that. Okay, clearly this wasn't the first one I was meant to find, but Depression 4th stage very suddenly tells us what this game might actually be about. And that is very interesting. That also would imply to me that there are 5 stages, like literally 5 levels to the game, maybe 5 colors, in which case it's going to be weird to figure out what gets left out of the kind of 6 main colors of the color wheel, but that's very interesting. And also, I feel like I've been doing a pretty thorough job with this game. Surprised it took me until this level to find one of these, assuming I missed the first 3. I don't know why they would show these out of order. That adds a whole new layer to this entire game. The idea that the statue crumbled and GRIS lost her voice and all color faded from the world, and it is a slow, gradual process until she can feel the color of the world again. Realizing very much feels like this could be a game about grief. Very much explains all the statues being very despairing as well. I'm curious how much of that will remain subtext and how much of it will become like direct text, but very much like I'm very much now going to be keeping an eye out for exactly how the ideas of the stages of grief fit to this game, because that's very interesting. The idea of the 5 stages of grief has not come under criticism, but like fairly recently more people have started to point out that like those are fairly good representations of how people process grief, but they don't even necessarily go in that order. Depression can absolutely come before bargaining or anger. You can feel a sense of acceptance, and then other aspects of grief hit you later on. This idea that grief always goes in those particular 5 steps in that order is a little bit an outdated way of looking at things. So while I doubt that this game is planning on actually showing me that. I'm sure I did just miss the statues. There is something also very interesting about finding stage 4 depression first. And even if unintentional, adds kind of an interesting way of looking at how to deal with grief. Wow, yeah, I really did not... I figured there was kind of subtle aspects of the world building I was missing, but that statue alone makes me think this entire game is meant to be a metaphor for grief, and now I'm on board with that. I'm very interested to see what it has to say about that, how that's presented. In a game this beautiful, I can't there are certain games where it would feel tacky if it was like, oh, all of a sudden this was secretly about this. But this game is like conceptually abstract enough that it doesn't feel tacked on to say this is actually what the kind of authors and developers were thinking as they were developing this game bit by bit. And it's just very interesting to me that like I didn't catch on, and don't know if I ever would have caught on if I didn't flat out get a thing saying, like, referring to the stages of grief directly. But I very much imagine that is kind of the basis of a lot of this game, which is really interesting. There's definitely space for that subtext to all fit together here. And it is just so interesting that to have it be kind of a secret plotline. Oh, is the cool turtle gonna light the way for me? That's so cool. Yeah, that's the way to go. Okay. Now, you all see where I'm entering the statue. If I didn't find out 10 minutes ago that this entire game is a metaphor for grief, I would be going all in on the jokes right now, but I can't. I can't do that right now. Couldn't have been a little bit further up the back. It was really, really interesting placement there. Oh my god, I mentioned it looks like she's cringing. If she's like literally in the middle of grieving... Oh my god. This game's very good. God. Yellow has been brought back. Oh, and that goes straight into a cutscene. Oh, shit. Fuck off, Femto. So the game prompted me with A there, and as I have mentioned several times, A is her attempting to... Oh, it's an eel now! I can't do much. I can give myself slight boosts. I don't know how much that actually affects this and how much of this is cutscene, but it's very, like... Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, now I'm just complete darkness. Okay. Okay. Jellyfish will light the way. Oh my god. I know those are rocks, but they look like the black moths. Which I feel like is foreshadowing that we are not done with this confrontation yet. Jeez. Okay, I didn't expect a jump scare. God damn. Oh, that was a really good one, though. I can't even be mad. That was a really good scare. Oh, man. God, music's really good, too. Yeah! That's so cool! Oh my god! I could feel something was gonna stop it. Like, I didn't just fail the fight. I knew something was gonna save me, but I didn't know it was gonna be beautiful turtle boy. Oh, let's go! Avoid eel bites. Oh, I could have gotten bitten. I assume it wouldn't have been a game over. I don't think this game has any game overs, but I got an achievement for not getting bitten at all. Oh man, God bless you, Turtle Coon. That was so cool. This gimmick of lighting up where the platforms are is very cool. I like this a lot. The fact that this game is still absolutely incredible. Are those glowing birds? Amazing what technology can do these days. Ah, we are getting gravity mechanics. Can get boosties down here. Oh, I can get them to come with me a little bit. But only a little bit. What determines that? Is it as soon as I press the jump button while I'm not in water? Is that the... Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Cool. Alright. Okay. Mechanic elucidated. I don't know why that was the only word I could think of, but it was. Doing good. Feeling confident. That's a cool little thing of oh, no, I did. As I got done talking about how cool it was, but I got it right in the first try. I screwed it up. But that's a fun little avoid the gravity line mechanic. She can sing! We're on the effectively last level. I don't know I'm surprised, but she can sing. And that seemed to bring way more color into the world. Oh my goodness. This game's very good. Yeah, it literally makes everything bloom. Whoa. Oh, she is a powerful singer. She knows those resonance frequencies. Oh my god, what the fuck? What? I didn't ask for this. Why is it like this? Oh, and it follows me. I feel perfectly fine about that. I know I talked about how much I love bugs. I don't love that thing. That one, I don't. I could do without that one. See, this is a little bug thing I can get behind. A little scarab beetle thing? Hell yeah. Oh, I did need that one after all. Now. 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 There's got to be a better way. That's a beautiful... Look at that, like, nebula in the background. That's beautiful. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's still time for a final showdown, buddy. Oh, but it's like severely weakened, it seems like. That was, yeah, that's the form of a person now. Yeah, that statue is a lot less ambiguous than the other ones. Oh, and that's a broken finger. I also noticed like that chunk of face that we saw is the same one that was missing from the statue that I mentioned looked so striking because it was missing the face. I don't know how I'd feel about this game if I hadn't found the one statue telling me, like, cluing me into what this game is actually about. But, like, with that knowledge, this game's really good. Okay. Let's see what comes next. hey, that's a real goddamn good game. I think I would have thought that ending was like nothing if I hadn't found the one statue. I'm really glad I did. I feel like I would feel very differently about this game if I didn't realize what it was actually about, and I wouldn't have realized what it was actually. I might have like slightly picked up on it with that final farewell to the statue, but I was also really, really worried when the kind of grief monster snatched her up, and there was it's a very long shot of her floating up through the air. I really thought credits were going to start rolling during that, and it's like, yeah, you got the bad ending, go get all the extra dots to get the secret ending. I was really worried it was going to be that. It's like Signalis is a secret ending, but as long as you get past the fake ending, all the main endings that are not the secret ones are still satisfying conclusions to the story. I've never loved the idea of, I mean, NieR gets away with it, but even NieR, I think the initial ending is still like a decent conclusion. I've never loved the idea of a default ending. Hey, Nomada, fucking great job. Absolutely fantastic. It sucks that the studio is so small, because it means the credits are short, which means I have less things to talk about. I have less time to talk about what I want. Visit the gallery. I'll visit the gallery. Hell yeah. Where even was I? I've never loved the idea of like a default ending being a not very good ending, and you have to do all the extra stuff to get a satisfying ending. So I was really worried that's where the game was going, and when the credits did not roll, I was kind of relieved. We'll never get tired of like character being almost overwhelmed by some supernatural force, and it seems like they're completely taken over, but there's like one beacon that pushes through and wins out. So like seeing the kind of the darkness start to consume her as she was singing, but she just keeps singing, and that's enough, was like really powerful. This game was really good. This game was really good, and I really feel like I'd give it like, I would have given it 7 out of 10 if I hadn't found the one statue and put together all the subtext. Fucking beautiful game. Gizmo! Get Gizmo concept art. They have unused works? The soundtrack's already so good and you have more for me? It's a very short game, so I can understand if they hired the guy to do a full soundtrack, and then we're like, we don't have enough scenes for all of these. Speaking of music, something I really loved and that I thought was really cool and original is organ is almost always used to be creepy, and it's very effective at it. It's I fully support that, but you know, JoJo uses the organ to be creepy. I feel like a lot of other like action movies will use organ for their bad guy. Davy Jones's theme from Pirates of the Caribbean is organ based. Organ is pretty much always used to be creepy, and even this game did it for the sandstorm. The organ pipes up there for a little bit, but that very last sequence using organ in like a triumphant and not even happy, but just I think triumphant, like overcoming trauma kind of theme, that whole build up to that story wise really worked. I really love the use of organ in that song as well. I'm so curious what I would have thought of this game if I hadn't found that one statue, but knowing what all of this is meant to mean adds so much to it. And much like, again, it's just like Signalis of like, are you guys crazy that you would keep that a secret and only people looking for all the secrets of the game would find that? I feel like I barely found that statue. I feel like most people playing through this would have never pieced that together. But again, you're crazy for keeping it secret, but also it's so effective. It works so well once you know. it works so well. Like, that ending was a gut punch and a hug all at the same time. A gut punch and a bear hug. And like, hats off for that. That is impressive. Yeah. This game's really good. I'm so glad I caught on to what it was going for, because that makes the ending so much more impactful. But even without that, it would have been an excellent game. Like I said, just beautiful, gorgeous visuals, sound design on point. It's a very mini Metroidvania of collect more powers and then get more places. But I think it does that very well, considering it's trying to be a pretty short, contained game. It adds just enough to the formula with every level to keep you kind of on your toes and keep you going. And yeah, again, it is baffling. I mean this as a compliment. I mean this in a good way, but still, much like with Signalis, just baffling to me how much subtext there is that you might not pick up on if you're not paying attention, that makes the game so much deeper and more meaningful. And I'm so glad that I got it. I'm very thankful that I was able to have that experience and that realization, and looking back and understanding what all of this is representing. Because that once you have the subtext, the storyline of the game and the meaning of the game makes the beauty of the game like 10 times greater. That it adds so much with so little that it's fantastic. Knocked it out of the park. This game was great. I think that's all I got off the top of my head. It's getting pretty late, but oh my god, that was such a wonderful experience. So, thank you. Have a safe trip home, everybody.